Hi, I'm Shannon Rugani. I was a member of the San Francisco Ballet for over 11 years. I performed the lead role in a Broadway production of An American in Paris, and now I am a singer-songwriter performing under the stage name EMPRESS. I've also founded a recording label called Stardust World Productions that supports women in music, and I have also founded 2 startups in the tech business in AR and VR to support the performing arts. I'm here to talk with you about dreaming big. I grew up in South Lake Tahoe, California, with no ballet training and no acting or singing lessons at all. So how did I end up in San Francisco Ballet and on Broadway? Well, it all started with a dream. And when I was 7 years old, my mom had asked me to write down my goals and dreams. And I wrote down 3 very simple dreams. One was be a ballerina, one was to be an actress, and one was to be a singer. So I had no idea how I was going to get there. And at 12 years old, I saw this article in a Point magazine, which is a dance magazine, and I saw this picture of a beautiful girl holding onto a ballet bar in this gorgeous studio, and I thought, I want to be her. And I started reading the article. It said that she was hired in the San Francisco Ballet at the age of 16, which is one of the youngest in history. And I thought, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. So I focused all my attention. Flash forward, 16 years old. I was the second youngest person in history to ever be hired from the San Francisco Ballet. And ironically, the day I got hired was the same year that Joanna Berman, the dancer that I saw in the picture, had retired. And so she had left the company, and I got to take her bar spot. And the day that I held onto that bar, and looked in the mirror and saw a reflection of myself in the same position that that dancer was in was a really cool manifestation, which led me to go to Broadway, which was also an interesting transition because I'd never sung in my entire life, and they asked the entire San Francisco Ballet to audition for this performance of West Side Story Suite, where everyone in the company who had always been told to be quiet, we're a silent art form, to sing in front of a camera. And, ended up getting the lead role and had to sing in front of 3,500 people for the first time in my entire life. My parents were there. They had never heard me sing Happy Birthday, which led me to Broadway because the director and choreographer of An American in Paris was sitting in the audience the night I sang for the first time. And he remembered that when he was casting his show of American in Paris, which ended up being an incredible journey, opened up a whole can of worms. Now I can't shut up, and I sing and I'm a songwriter as well. And that kind of opened up this whole world. After the show closed on Broadway, I started deciding that I needed to tackle that third thing on my list of dreams. And I started putting all of my energy into dreaming as big as possible to become a singer-songwriter and what that actually meant, which turned into EMPRESS, which just basically empowered myself to be the ruler over my own career in my artistic life and my regular life. And it's been incredibly fulfilling. I've attracted a bunch of incredible artists. My producer works with everyone from Beyonce to Lady Gaga to Justin Bieber to Billie Eilish. And I just feel like I'm living my dream. And I want to share with you how a little girl from Lake Tahoe became a ballerina, went to Broadway, and is now a singer-songwriter living my dream. It all started with a dream, and there's no right or wrong way to dream, but I wrote down 10 helpful suggestions to help you dream big and manifest those dreams. Number 1, empower yourself. You can do anything. Empowerment comes from the inside. It doesn't come from the outside. Number 2, look at the big picture. The fine print gets clear later, but you start with a dream and it can be kind of broad, like I want to be a ballerina, then the company kind of, came into focus. So it all starts with the broad dream and then broad strokes and then the fine print later on. Don't get caught up in sweating the small stuff. There's a reason for everything, and there's always a solution. Everything really under the sun, it all happens for a reason, and try and learn from all the ups and downs that you go through. Stay present. This is number 4. Stay present and enjoy the journey. It's all about enjoying the process, the ups and the downs. Number 5, attitude of gratitude. Stay humble yet confident, but be grateful and gracious. Number 6, create your own success formula. When you exceed in one arena, you create a pattern that you can learn to apply into everything you do. Just like I learned when I held on to that ballet bar when I got hired in San Francisco Ballet, I applied the same formula that I learned in success in that one arena and applied it to Broadway and in my music career. Number 7, surround yourself with successful people. This is so important. Who you spend time with is who you become, and I really believe strongly in that. Surround yourself with people that lift you up and help you achieve your goals. Number 8, give and receive. This was really hard for me to learn how to receive. Giving is easier for me, but receiving compliments was difficult, but it's half of the circle. You have to find balance and learn how to give and receive. There's enough room for everybody to succeed. So make sure you give all the compliments along the way to people that you respect. 9, work smart. This one's really important. I think everyone learns how to work hard, so that's kind of like a common theme. But when you apply a little thought and direction and you know where you're going, your target always helps you to work towards that. And finally, number 10, keep going. Just don't stop. You have to there's hard days. I left out all the tough days, all the blood, sweat, and tears, but there's tough times and you just have to keep going. Expect your dreams to come true and believe in your dreams because anything is possible when you dream big. Thank you so much for listening.
Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.